Okay, so this is Jason Zasky from allgoodpoints.com, the new site that aims to show users all the ways that you can earn and save money while shopping. And we're here at ShopCon 25 in Louisville, and I'm here with Steve Clark, aka Super Shopper Steve, and we're going to talk about all things video mystery shopping. And so we're going to talk about everything you need to know about how to get started, the equipment you need, how to find jobs, and of course, how much money you can make doing this. So Steve, welcome, and how are you enjoying ShopCon 25?
Oh, it's great. We don't have enough of these events where you can get together with other shoppers and pick their brain. And you know, I've been shopping a long time, and every day I pick up some new piece of information from another shopper, or even you talking about all things like.
Right. So how did you get started video mystery shopping?
People have asked me that a lot of times, and I'm not really quite sure. I think I went into a seafood restaurant called Captain D's, and it had a little sign on the counter that said, "Would you like to earn a free meal every month?" They wanted you to review their meal. They were handling that internally. And so I thought, great, it's a great free meal, and so I would do that once a month, get my meal, write up a little report. And then I started wondering, is there more than that out there? Are there more places that are giving away free things? And that got me started.
Okay. And was there an aha moment where you realized that you could make a living and ultimately a career doing this?
Right. Once I found that there were 2 or 3 other places that were doing it, then I started getting on the internet, looking around, trying to find out are there others. And then I realized there are mystery shopping companies that have dozens, hundreds of these shops. And so I got started doing it. Some of it was for fun, some of it was for free food, and some of them actually paid, $20 to $30 that you could make besides getting the free food. So it was a lot of fun.
Okay. And I understand that video mystery shopping has allowed you to see the entire country. You've actually mystery shopped in all 50 states or close to it?
Yeah, 49. I know I've been to Montana. I just don't know if I actually shopped there or not.
Okay. So what was that like? I mean, traveling the whole country and mystery shopping along the way.
Well, it all started because I was working for my brother's company for about 4 or 5 years, and I would travel to different locations to do conventions each week. Every week it was a different spot. No rhyme or reason, Miami this week, Seattle the next week. And he would pay for my hotels and my food. And I found out there were some mystery shops that paid you to visit hotels and paid you to eat out.
Mm-hmm.
So now I have my brother reimbursing me for my travel, and the mystery shopping company is reimbursing me for my travel. So I'm double dipping my brother. And I thought, this could be a thing if I ever decided to stop doing what I was doing working for my brother.
Right. Do you have a favorite place that you visited in the 49 or 50 states that mystery shopping allowed you to see?
Probably New York City. I went there quite a bit. And I was shopping the Ralph Lauren polo shops.
Uh-huh.
And there was one location, their flagship store in New York City, that had 4 floors. So it was like men's department on the first floor, women's on the second, and went on up from there. And the neat thing about it was each floor was considered a separate mystery shop that was paying $50 to $60. So you do the men's department, you get on the elevator, you go up, you do the next one. So everybody wanted to do that shop. I was there doing it the time that I got to do it. I'm on the first floor, I'm trying on a suit coat. It was like, $2,000 for this coat that I could probably get at Burlington for $100. And I heard a voice next to me trying on a coat as close as you and I are right here. I'm looking in the mirror, and I recognized the voice from Hollywood, and it was Arnold Schwarzenegger next to me trying on the coat. So you have to do a lot of shops to have any memorable moments like that. Most of them are pretty regular Monday.
Yeah. So having done thousands of video shops, I mean, what are some of the benefits of video mystery shopping?
Volume. That's the big thing. If I go to even a nice paying written shop, there might only be 1 or 2 of those a week.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm doing apartment shops, there are probably 10 to 15,000 of those in the U.S. every 3 months.
Wow.
So if I know that a video mystery shop is going to be paying $50 minimum, and I can go out and do 6, 7, 8 shops in a day,
Mm-hmm.
there's the value. Not just the higher pay, but the volume of higher pay shops.
Right. And what would you say are some of the disadvantages to video mystery shopping?
Probably the learning curve to learn the equipment, doing a shop and doing really well and come out and something you did wrong. The equipment usually doesn't fail, the shopper usually fails. I remember one shop I did where I went out and did the shop and forgot to press the record button before I walked in. The power was on, but no record. I do the whole shop, I come out and get ready to turn the record off, and it's never been turned on. So that shop's gone. That's probably it, is just the fact that in order to get good volume of shops, you're gonna probably start traveling a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna burn up all the shops in your city,
Right.
and waiting for more to appear. I might as well go an hour or two away and work in that city all day.
Right, right.
And that's how I started traveling across the U.S. I thought, well, I'll just keep going, and I never quit until I got to the Pacific.
So what kind of skills make for a good, what kind of skills do you need to be a really good video shopper?
You know, it's almost the opposite. People come in and they'll say, I'm a really good actor, or I can come up with great scenarios. And we have to tone that down. We say, we're not looking for an actor. We're looking for someone who can basically go into whatever kind of shop it is and say, I want to get some information about your fill in the blank, whatever it is. And let that agent do the talking. They're the ones that are supposed to be performing. You're the sounding board, so you don't ask questions, you answer questions. And a lot of times, you can tell, I still have a problem with it after 20,000 shops. I sit in the car and I say, okay, Steve, don't talk in the shop. Quiet down, because my goal, really, if you think about it, is to get in and get out as fast as possible, making the most dollars per minute that I can make. I'm not finished though, while still fulfilling the guidelines that you were given. You
Right.
gotta do what they tell you to do, but there's no reason to add on to that with unnecessary conversation.
Right, right. Okay. So someone who's getting started, do they need an instructor to do this, or?
Well, I can tell you that I didn't have an instructor. So if somebody wants to do it without an instructor, they can do it like I did it. I just floundered around the internet for 3 years trying to figure the whole thing out,
Right.
making more mistakes than anybody else that I know in the world of video mystery shopping. And that's why I call myself Super Shopper Steve. Not because of any acting ability or because of any special skill. It's, I've hit all the roadblocks. I've fallen in all the potholes. And so as I train new shoppers, I go, don't do as I do, let me tell you what happened, and then you'll become a super shopper faster than I did.
Okay, so how do you train or instruct video shoppers?
The first thing they've got to do is get used to the equipment. So when they get the equipment, the little button camera and the DVR that records it, then they've got to learn how to use that. We can usually train that in a couple of hours. And after that, it's basically just record, stop, all day long. That's all they do. Press a button on and press a button off. So you still have to know how the equipment works and how to hook it up, but once you learn it, you've got it.
Okay.
Then next, we've got to talk to them about how to act. So they know how to use the equipment. And this is how you act. And that is our jump start in the video mystery shop. That gets you going. I can kick you out of the nest right there and let you start making money. But you still don't know everything you need to know. And I tell shoppers, get out there and make some money. Come back to us, and we'll give you some of the finer tips to get you the better jobs.
Okay, okay. And so, in addition to training new shoppers, do you have your own company?
I do. I have a smaller mystery shopping company, and the way I got that is kind of funny, but we basically are a regional company. So more in the area of Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Michigan, Tennessee, Virginia.
Okay.
That's where most of our projects are. But the way I came about having that company was I was just out shopping one day, like I thought I'd be doing for the rest of my life because I enjoyed it.
Right.
And one of the owners called me and, hey Steve, what are you doing? I said, I'm out working, what do you got? Thought she was gonna give me another job. And she said, well, I've got a question for you. I'm gonna be selling my mystery shopping company. Would you be interested in buying it? So we talked for 6 months or so, and all of a sudden here I am, jumping to the other side of the camera And instead of having 200 shops that I needed to get done in the next few months, I had 200 shoppers waiting for me to give them shops to do. And it's been fun. I think I still enjoy the shopping the most, but I've really learned to appreciate training shoppers. That's the part that I'm enjoying right now.
Okay. Does your company specialize in any particular kind of shop or have an emphasis? Or?
Most of our shops are in 3 areas. Apartments, so you go to an apartment complex, you're just interested in an apartment. Banks,
okay.
You walk in the bank and you're just interested in getting some info about a checking account or a CD or a consolidation loan. And then storage facilities, where you just go in and you say, I'm going to be needing to rent a storage unit, just going to check out and see what you guys had. All of these are what I call quick shops. Maybe 15 minutes for some of them, 25 minutes for the next, but pretty good money for a 15 or 20 minute shop.
Yeah.
As long as you can get to another shop in 30 minutes, making 50, 60 an hour is a pretty good number.
Yeah, that works. And so what are some of the most common video mystery shops? Like what industries or?
I think the apartments is probably the leader.
Okay.
With all of the shops all over the U.S. that several companies have. New homes are probably second behind that.
Okay.
If we're talking about video again, just
Right.
in the area of video, you don't get a lot of restaurants, maybe some fast food places, but a restaurant video shop is not too exciting. You can imagine the video itself is a fork full of food coming up into the screen, and it disappears, and when it comes back, it's empty, and it goes back down. So there's not much excitement in that video. So there's also new car shops.
Okay.
Actually, every industry in the U.S. wants to measure their customer service, and that's all this is about.
Mhm.
They can't send in the district manager because everybody sees him coming a mile away,
Right.
and they clean up the place. So it's got to be you or me. And the funny thing is, they know we're coming. They're told mystery shoppers are coming. They just don't know which one of their 2,000 customers is going to be the shopper, right? And that's going to be you, the shopper.
Right. And so how does someone find, video mystery shopping jobs?
The easiest way, and we help you with giving your names and websites and schedulers' names and email addresses, but you basically go online because all the real good mystery shopping companies will have a job board, a place where you can apply to be a shopper. And once you apply and get approved very quickly, sometimes within hours, then you're allowed to go to the job board and look and see what they have in your area and just apply for it. After you do a few shops, sometimes you can even just self-assign.
Right.
Press the button and take the shop and go out and make the money. So we help you with all of that. Part of our training is not just to connect you with my company, because maybe you don't live in the areas where I have lots of shops. My value to the shopper is, after those 4 years, I know all the companies, I know all the schedulers, I know the owners, I know the projects, and I'm glad to push you away from me and toward them if they've got shops in your area.
Right. Okay. So if someone wants to get started, what equipment do you need to work for these?
You're going to need basically a DVR and a button camera. You wear the hidden button on your shirt, you got the DVR in your pocket, and that's about it. We show you how to wear the equipment, how to use it, connect it. It's going to record your video covertly onto an SD card in the recorder. Then you just pull the SD card out, put it in your laptop, and send the video to the company that wanted you to do it.
Okay. And is there a particular brand that you recommend, or or that video shopping companies require?
They aren't really allowed to require a particular brand because you're an independent contractor.
Okay.
They can require what they want in the quality of the video, which kind of backs into the LawMate equipment.
Right.
LawMate has been making covert cameras and body cameras for law enforcement for over 15 years.
Okay.
And this little side industry of video mystery shopping picked up on that. And they tried them out and they worked really good. And so every company you talk to, if you're applying to be a new shopper, and they say, well, what kind of equipment do you have? When you say I've got LawMate equipment, they go, great, we're ready to start using it.
Okay. And so what are some of the things that you can do to avoid a recording fail, whether it be audio or video?
Well, one of the things that I did personally was I decided that I was going to become what is known as a two-camera shopper.
Oh, really?
So I'm going to wear 2 button cameras, 2 DVRs, 2 redundant systems. They both can't fail at the same time, can they?
Have they ever failed at the same time?
I was going to say, I used to say, if they do, I should find a new industry to work in. I would tell everybody that. So one of my ex-schedulers that went to work for another company, we've been friends for years, she gave me a job, her old boss. She wanted me to go do a new home shop. So I went to do the new home shop, and I had on my 2 cameras. It was working out of a trailer because they hadn't built any homes yet. So you were meeting the guy in the trailer, look at the layout. And I missed the trailer when I was driving by because it was just kind of an empty lot, and I was looking for an office, and I made a circle at the cul-de-sac, and I started coming back, and I saw the gravel lot, and I saw the trailer. So I pulled in and parked, and got my DVR out, and turned the power on, and I look up, and the guy's coming out the door waving, saying, "Oh, are you Steve?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Come on in. I'm ready. I got everything ready to show you." And because of the distraction, I forgot to turn either one of them from stop to record. So I spent an hour and a half with this guy, looking at lots, looking at plans, picking out a home. I come back to turn that recorder off, and it's never been turned on. Neither one of them have ever been turned on. And I've got to call my old employee and tell her, "Your boss screwed up even with 2 cameras."
Sounds rough.
Right.
So, I mean, obviously, if you do enough of these shops, you're going to have examples like that. I mean, any other memorable, experiences in that vein?
Just a funny one. I was shopping a rental store, like, where you go in to rent TVs or couches or washing machines for a week at a time, and they're very high-priced places if you keep that washing machine for years. So I had to do the shop there. I was supposed to go look at a washing machine. I opened the front door. The bell dings like it does in those places when you walk in, and I don't see anybody. So I kind of stand there and look around a little bit. Not a single person in there. So I'm saying hello. I walk back to the counter. Hello, are you behind the counter? No. I saw the employee door. It was a swinging door, so I pushed the door and said, "Anybody back there?" Nothing. So I thought, well, I've still got to do the shop. So I walk over to the washing machine area, washers and dryers. I walk past the couch, and I look down, and there is the guy asleep on the couch with his headphones on. I mean, he was completely out of it. Now, I didn't really want to get him in trouble, so I just walked over to the washing machine, raised the lid, and let it drop with a thud. He woke up, jumped out of the couch, and said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I fell asleep. How can I help you?" And he was a great salesman after that. But just kind of funny things like that happen along the way.
Yeah, okay. So I guess one of the big questions is, what kind of money can you make, doing video mystery shopping?
Well, we talked about that at the convention today. I was talking to a lot of the shoppers, and I said, I can't really tell you how much you can make because I don't know how much you need to make, how much you want to make, what your limitations are. Do you have a full-time job already, or do you have no job? Do you have kids to take care of? So it's going to revolve around your particular situation. But we talked about, we already know that those shops are going to pay a minimum of $50. So we can always back into it. You tell me what you need for the month, I'll tell you how much work you have to do. So if you say, "Steve, I just would like to make an extra $1,000 a month," well, 1,000 divided by $50 for each shop means you only have to do 20 shops, and you've got about 20 work days during the month. So you do one 30-minute shop a day, and you pick up 1,000 at the end of the month. So if you want to make $2,000, average 2 shops every day. You want to make 5,000? Do 5 shops a day, average. Maybe do 7 on one day and 4 on another day. Let's average 25 shops a week. I've started after 12 noon before and gotten 5 shops done. You can usually do 1 shop in about an hour. That counts drive time and shop time.
Right.
So, however many $1,000 paychecks you want at the end of the month, you average that many shops per day. If you really need to make $7,000, $8,000 in a month, then you better do 7 or 8 shops every single day. And that's what I do when I put my camera on and I head out the door. In my mind, my goal is I need to finish those 7 or 8 shops today.
Right. So what do you say to the naysayers who insist that you can't make a six-figure income doing this. I mean, I know we saw a lot of, we
Yeah.
ran into a lot of people today
Yeah.
who were making six figures doing
Yes,
this.
yes. There's no way that you're gonna find that out, probably, until you do like I did. First I made 1,000, and I thought, well, that was sure easy. I'm gonna try to double up next month and do a few more shops. And then one month I said, you know what, I'm gonna quit that job with my brother. You know how it is working for your brother. And I'm gonna try to do this full time. So I called my wife, I said, I'm in Texas, I'm gonna stick around here a week. The convention season is over, I'm gonna see if I can make a living at this. Well, about 15 days later, I'm still in Texas doing shops, and I finally had to tell all those companies, stop, I don't live here, I'm going home, this was a test. And I told her, I'm gonna call my brother and tell him, that's it, I'm ready to do this.
Okay.
Of course, my kids were grown, and with 11 grandkids, my wife's got a lot of things she wants to do, so if I was gone for 4 or 5 days, it was okay. But I had a lot of fun with it. And you know, really, the mentality of it is this. I didn't mention this today, but the way my mind works, anywhere I go, if it's a 4-day vacation to Tampa with my wife, she knows one of those days she's at the pool by herself because I'm out shopping that day to make enough money to pay for the whole mini vacation and write the whole thing off as a business expense on top of that because I'm down there to work.
Yeah, that's a really good point. It's that, you know, video shopping and just regular mystery shopping, it travels. You can do it anywhere in the country, and you can spend a day, you know, at a destination shopping and pay for your whole trip.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
And if there's any TV producers that happen to be watching your video, I would tell them this. I've got a great idea for a reality show. You take Super Shopper Steve, you blindfold him, you put him on a plane, and you drop him somewhere in the U.S. at 9 a.m. He doesn't know where it's going to be. He takes off his blindfold and he goes, Kansas City, how am I going to make money here? And I get on the phone and I call all my schedulers that I know and all the companies. I can say, I've got to have some jobs today. And I'll guarantee you I can make money. Without even knowing where I was going, they're going to say, I've got 3 jobs for you. Can you get them done today? Absolutely. So it opens your eyes to nobody can stop me from making money. It's not like a job where the boss says, you're laid off for a week.
Yeah.
I determine how much I'm going to make and how much I'm going to work and when I'm going to work.
Yeah.
You think I'm going to work on a night when my grandson is playing his first t-ball game? No. But if you work that part-time job and you say, I need Thursday night off, because you just started here, you can't have Thursday night off. And you're going to miss the game? Not me. I'm going to be my own boss, and I'm probably harder on myself than that boss would be.
Yeah, yeah. So any last words of advice for, you know, people who are thinking about giving video shopping a try, but really just can't take that step?
Yeah. Just come to our free live webinar. We do them just about every week, and we'll answer all your questions. There'll be a chat area where you can interrupt me or make fun of me or whatever you want to do. You can say, answer this question. And so I'll be presenting everything you ever wanted to know about video mystery shopping we're afraid to ask. But you can also ask other questions too. And there'll be other people in the room, and some of them may already be shopping and making money on the non-video side, and they're making the transition over. So we're there ready to help you. And then when you're ready to get the equipment, we can help you with some packages and training there. But that first webinar, completely free, just check us out. We have a lot of fun.
Sounds good. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to sit down and talk about all things video mystery shopping. So where can people find you online and on social media?
Supershoppers.org. O-R-G. So it's supershoppers with an S on the end, .org. Go there, you'll immediately see the free webinar that you can sign up to attend. We do them almost every week on different days of the week at different times, so it'll fit everybody's schedule. You can also catch me pretty often on TikTok. Same thing, at Super Shopper Steve, although, you know, I'm getting a little old for TikTok, I think. It's like the Wild West, but I enjoy the interaction, and I take on all the haters and all the complimenters, and we have a lot of fun there.
Okay, sounds good, sounds good. And you can find All Good Points at allgoodpoints.com.